The Book of Proverbs. You know, it's so much more than just a list of wise little sayings. It's actually packed with these incredibly vivid and sometimes pretty intense cautionary tales. And today, we're diving into one of its most powerful warnings, a story about lust. But here's the twist. It's not personified as just a feeling, but as a person, a dangerously captivating woman whose song leads straight to ruin. And boom, just like that, we are dropped right into her web. See, these aren't the words of some random chance encounter. Oh no, this is the calculated opening line from our antagonist. She makes her target feel unique, chosen, like this meeting was meant to be. But, as we're about to find out, this is absolutely not a happy coincidence. So let's really paint the picture here. We're following a young man, and Proverbs describes him as simple, someone who lacks judgment. He's just kind of wandering through the city as the sun goes down, that twilight hour when the day is fading into darkness. He's not really looking for trouble, but, and this is key, he isn't actively trying to avoid it either. And that, right there, makes him the perfect prey. Now, to get what's happening, you have to understand the woman at the center of it all. In Hebrew, she's called the Isha Zara, the strange woman. But she's so much more than just an adulteress. She is folly itself, given a human form. She's the walking, talking embodiment of the path that leads you away from wisdom, away from life itself. And she doesn't hide in the shadows, not at all. In fact, she's completely brazen about it. We're told her feet never stay at home. She's out there, in the streets, in the public squares. Her hunting ground is right out in the open, exactly where the naive and the aimless are most likely to be wandering around. Lady Folly is a master of her craft, and believe me, she knows exactly which buttons to push to lure the unsuspecting into her web. Her whole method really breaks down into 4 steps. First, it all starts with crafty intent. Her motives are totally hidden. Second, she has a brazen approach. She's aggressive. She literally grabs the young man and kisses him. Third, and this is probably her most brilliant move, she uses false spirituality. And finally, she makes empty promises, offering a night of fun that even she admits will only last till morning. Her words sound amazing. They're intoxicating, smoother than oil. But all that immediate pleasure is just hiding a devastating truth. The end of her path isn't sweet at all. It's bitter, like wormwood, and incredibly destructive, like a double-edged sword that just cuts you to pieces. So here's a really crucial point. The battle is often won or lost in the mind, way before any action ever happens. Do not lust in your heart. The trap begins with the eyes. Her eyelids, which could mean her makeup or just her alluring glances, are her main weapon. They're designed to capture the soul. Okay, now this is her masterpiece of deception. She cloaks her sinful invitation in the language of religion. By saying she just fulfilled her vows, she creates this base varnish of religion. It's a tactic designed to make her propositions sound safe, maybe even blessed. It's meant to completely disarm her victim's conscience. All right, we've seen her methods. Now we have to look at the tragic and, frankly, inevitable consequences. For the young man who says yes to her invitation, this isn't just some little detour. It's a one-way street. Her house, as Proverbs warns us, is nothing less than a highway to the grave. And in a single moment, he's lost. He follows her, just like that, no resistance. The imagery here is so stark, it's brutal. He's like an ox, totally clueless that it's being led to its own death. He's a fool, completely unaware of what's about to happen, until an arrow pierces his liver. Just, wow. The first cost is dissipation. And this isn't just about money. No, this is a complete squandering of your entire life, your potential, your honor, your years, your strength, your hard work. Proverbs says all of it gets handed over to a stranger. It's a life just poured out onto the ground with nothing to show for it but regret. Next up is the cost of disgrace. You know that idea that our private sins rarely stay private forever? Well, that's exactly what happens here. The path of lust eventually leads to a point of utter ruin in the assembled congregation. The secrets get out, and the public shame that follows is just overwhelming. And finally, the ultimate cost, death. Proverbs is completely unflinching here. These are the words of the one who fell for it, looking back. It's just a cry of such deep regret. How could I have been so stupid? He's basically asking. It's the tragic sound of someone who now sees, all too clearly, the wisdom he once completely ignored. But, and this is a really important but, the Book of Proverbs does not leave us in that darkness. The solution it offers is just as powerful as the warning.
The metaphor here is just brilliant. Instead of drinking the stolen water offered by the strange woman, you're told to drink from your own well. This is a call to find true satisfaction and real delight within the covenant of your own marriage. On the one hand, you have this lustful drunkenness with stolen, impure water that always ends in bitterness and death. But on the other hand, you have a marital intoxication, a refreshing joy from your own well that leads to being ravished with love and ends in a blessed fountain of light. And just listen to the language used to describe the wife of your youth. It's beautiful. She is a loving hind and a graceful doe. These are images of beauty and grace and deep affection. This isn't a call to some boring duty. It's an invitation to a deeply joyful, passionate love that's seen as a true gift. So, after all of this, the book brings every one of us to a crossroads. It's the exact same choice that aimless young man faced in the twilight. The same two voices are calling out, and a decision has to be made. And this is the ultimate question that Proverbs puts in front of us. On one side, you've got Lady Folly, the personification of lust, offering stolen water and a secret meal that leads to death. And on the other side, you have Lady Wisdom, calling out, offering a feast that she has prepared, a feast that leads to insight and to life. And that brings us to our final thought. Proverbs reminds us that nothing we do is hidden. Our ways are always before the eyes of the Lord, and He watches every path we take. So the final question, really, it's not just for the youth in the story, it's for all of us. Which way are you walking?